Before we jump into the fun and games that is formulas and functions, let's understand how we name cells. By default, a cell is named after the column and row that it's located in. So I'm going to select a cell right here. This is A1, it's column A, row 1. This is the active cell. The name box, that's that thing right here, tells me what name I'm in, what cell is active, and that would be A1. If I go down here, notice it goes to A2, A3, A4, all the way down, no matter how far I go, it would be A and then the row number. If I go to column B, same idea. This would be B1, B2, B3, and that's how it generically names these. But this is kind of boring, and it really doesn't help us if we need to find specific information. So we can rename these cells. I'm going to click on A1, which has red in it, and I'm going to go to the name box. I'm going to select the name box, and I'm simply going to type in red. Hit enter when I'm done. And now that cell, let me click off of it so you can see it, A2, and instead of being A1, this is now red. So that's how you name individual cells. Fairly simple to do. You can also go to that cell fairly quickly. Let me click over here in grapefruit. So I'm on B5. Go up here to the name box, and there's red. Let me click on red, and I'm right back here to that cell. You can also name groups, or as we call it, named ranges. Let me highlight this column right here with all the information in it. What would make a good name for this range? Well, they're colors, so let's just call it colors. Apologies to those of you out in the UK and across the pond. Out here in America, we spell it without a U, so we'll hit just colors. Let me click off of it. I'm going to click the drop down for the name box, and lo and behold, there's red. We did that a little second ago. But here's also colors. We'll click on that, and it selects that entire range that we already named. Let me name this one. Let me select all of these. This would be maybe fruits. Hit enter. Click off of it anywhere. Let me go to the name box, and now I have colors. I can go to fruits. I can go to red. Now let's say that I wanted to give this cell a name. It's A3 by default, and I'm going to come in here and give it a name, and we're going to call this cell green. Now, I didn't say it had to be a good name, but that's a little bit confusing, right? If you were to look at the name box and you saw green, you would expect the value to be green, right? So how can I change this? Well, could I go back in and just type in yellow? Let's find out. Let me click the drop down. There's yellow. Let me click green. Now I've got two cells. It's the same cell, but it's got two different names on it. So that's a bit of a problem. How can we do this? Well, you can manage the names of the cells and the ranges. You go to your Formulas tab, and over here in the Defined Names area is the Names Manager. I'm going to click on it. Let me expand some of this out. And notice right here are all the names that we created. We have colors, fruits, green, red, and yellow. Well, green, what was the value of green? The value in that cell is yellow. And here's the yellow too, and it's still referencing the same cell. But I want to get rid of that. That doesn't work for me because that's just wrong. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click delete, get a warning. And now that name is gone. I could also click on a name and click edit, and I can edit it that way. So that's the basics of naming cells and ranges. It is just as simple, let me close this out, as clicking in the cell, clicking in the name box, giving it a new name, or selecting a group of cells, selecting a range, and then giving it a name in the name box. If you want to go back to them, you just go to the drop down, select what you're interested in, and it will pull it up for you.